Welcome to episode 7 of the Burn Music Show. Burn is a platform to discover some of the newest artists in alt, metal, rock, and punk, while still engaging with the pioneers from the past who lit the fuse. We all know the devastation that the coronavirus has caused around the world. The month of April is now over, and the global community has just come out of one of the deadliest months in our recent history. Our guests today live in one of the hardest hit areas of the world, northern Italy, and we are proud to have them come on our show today to talk a little life and a little rock and roll. This episode marks a first, not only our first international show, but it also includes our first ever live performance, an acoustic set done without mics and simply using our cell phones. So stay tuned as we burn deep with the Italian rock band, the Blacklava, here in episode 7. This is the Burn Music Show. I'm your host, Dimitri. Let's go. I'm pleased to have with me today singer Carlo and guitarist Francesco from the band The Blacklava, coming to us directly from Italy. So excited to have you guys as guests today.
Me too.
Thank
Hi,
you
Dimitri.
too. Thank you too, Dimitri.
Thank you. Anybody following what has been taking place with the coronavirus throughout the world would know that Italy has been one of the hardest hit areas.
Yeah.
How are things going for you guys in the country right now?
It's a difficult time. We are in lockdown, I think, on the 10th of March. And the second phase, I think, is start on the 4th of May. So we are a little bit closer. It's a difficult time. Yeah. We are in our home, and we try to stay healthy and stay with the
Safe.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you guys are in Turin, Italy, correct? So that's like
Yeah.
the northern part of the country?
Yeah, it's another part. It's Lombardia. It's the other region that it's very effective, and the second one is Piemonte, where our city is in Piemonte.
Yeah, so I know northern Italy tends to be, it's more of like the financial hub of the country, right?
Yeah, right.
So a lot of
It's a bit
corporations,
affected actually.
yeah, it's been heavily affected. So a lot of foreign business travel. Have they been able to pinpoint why Italy, and especially that region, was so hardly hit early on?
I thought about it several times. I think we are more closer in Italy. I don't know. We are very, very close to the Uggs or Kiss or something else. I don't know. It's an explanation. I try to understand.
Yeah, we are warm people actually. We love to hug each other's.
And
yeah, for sure.
The second one, I think, is we are not good with the rules. Okay. Italian people are. If you say it to Italian people, don't do this. Italian people do this every time. Stay in the line. Stay in the queue. No, I stay here. It's a problem in Italy.
Yeah, that couple, and you guys are very affectionate people. You talk closely and more densely populated areas. The foreign travel, like I said earlier, and we're facing something similar here too. It's there's some areas in America where you don't see much, if any, of a problem, and then there's other areas that are more densely populated, and
New York,
and you have a lot more. Yeah, New York, Chicago, Michigan.
Are you from Chicago?
Are you guys think
right?
Yeah, I'm just outside of Chicago.
Okay.
Are you guys seeing things slowing down at all?
No, I guess yes, just a bit. I have some friends that work in hospital, and the situation there it's just a bit better in these days.
Our drummer and our bassist working in a hospital.
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
Our drummer Diego and our bassist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're working in the hospital.
Oh, wow. Well, thanks to them, essential workers. They're staying busy.
Yeah.
Have they set? Now you mentioned a phase 2. Have they set another timeline to when they think things can start slowly opening up in Italy?
4th of May.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for us, today in majority of the states, it's a slow reopening.
Okay.
Some of the non-essential businesses are going to be able to open, but it's with different framework and requirements. You can't really open your stores if you're a retailer, but you can do drop off.
Yeah.
And same thing with restaurants, more carry out.
Yeah. Same in our country, and in the 4th of May, they can do the restaurant can you can take away in the restaurant. Okay, you can go to the restaurant and take your food.
Yeah, and then we can start to see our parents and our families.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but just in a small groups, so not too much people in the same room.
Right. Have you guys gotten together as a band at all during this time?
Yeah.
You can't stop rock and roll, right?
No, we can't stop.
Yeah, no.
Now, when did the band form?
In 2014. Yeah.
Okay, so
me and the bass player and the drummer, and there was another bass player, because our bass player it was the guitarist at the time, and Francesco was our producer in 2015 or 16. I don't know.
Yeah, since the start. Yeah.
And we changed 2 different members. At the end, Francesco joined the band in I think in 2008. Okay, one year, 2 years,
a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
2 years ago. Yeah, so that was the time you guys released an album in 2018, right? As Black as My Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good album.
Thank you.
Oh, wow,
so
nice.
You're welcome. So Francesco, so you were on that album. Did you help write those songs for that?
Yes. I tried to arrange some parts of guitars and some drum stuff and something, and then I got a recording studios where we try to figure out how it works with the song.
Yeah. Now, how does that work in Italy? Is it easy to get into a studio and to cut some tracks, or what's the process like?
But I don't know, honestly. How can I can tell you this, but sometimes here it's quite strange, because there's a lot of big studios and a bunch of smaller studios that it's more accessible. But sometimes you find a very bad producer that cannot help you to shine your music. No,
right?
I don't know if I explain well.
No, you did, and the producer part is very important.
Yeah. I guess so. So it's try to do the best shape on the music. It's very important, and it's so difficult sometimes, because we are people, no? We think in different ways.
Right. And then last year, I believe you guys signed with a record label. Yeah. So was it Frozen Heart Records?
Yeah. And I think in November or December, we connected in Instagram. Yeah, I see a post of Frozen Heart Music, and I wrote to them, and they replied that they will listen our music, and then after I listen our music, they told us to want to sign with us. It's very small label, but it's very kind and very helpful. But it's strange because we signed in November, and now we're in home, so we can't do anything.
Do you have some shows set up this year that have been canceled?
In March and April.
May.
But you guys did make, so last year and even this year, I think, so there's 4 singles: I'm Gonna Leave You, Drunk Like Joe Cocker, Devil Inside of Me, and the latest one, Woman. Did those all get written and recorded after signing with the label?
Kind of, before and after. Yeah, where we are in contact with our label of, I think, in July. Okay, and we signed in November. and
Okay.
but we try to do the things differently because we have Francesco, and he owns a studio, so we can do our things and take our time. And so we recorded 4 songs, and we try to split in the whole year.
Yeah, and those songs are great. I love all 4 of them.
Thank you.
And you
Oh,
can
wow,
hear
thanks.
and you can hear the difference from 2018. You guys have taken like a big leap.
Yeah.
These songs are magnificent.
Wow, cool, nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
we, sorry, we just waited the perfect time to post it actually. So unfortunately, we found the label that helped us a lot with some suggestions and something about this.
Carlo, when it comes to
Yeah.
singing, who were some of the artists or some of the vocalists who inspired you, and when did you start?
Okay, a lot of question. My inspiration, my big inspiration is Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell. Yeah, and
Wow.
they are all dead people, and I'm very sorry about that because I love the sound of the voice. I'm not the typical guy that I try to write the right lyrics. I prefer the voice is an instrument, and I like the sound. I like a little bit of emotional, and what is the other question?
And when did you start singing?
I think when I was little, and when I grow up, the first band I want to I went to sing is Linkin Park, and I was, I think, 14 years old, and I tried to cover them, and I started my career.
That's great. I just had a show a couple weeks ago where we were talking about some of the new metal bands like Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And I got really into them after Chester Bennington's death. I was always a fan, and you couldn't avoid their music, 15, 18 years ago. It was everywhere. But really after his death, I found a bigger connection with his music. I heard it differently. I can hear, like you said, I can hear the emotion and the pain maybe a little bit more prevalent in his, in his voice.
Chester and Chris wasn't perfect. Weren't perfect, and the voice is a little bit rust, or sometimes it's not like a great singer that every note is perfect, but you can hear the emotional. It's real for me.
Yeah, and Chris Cornell is one of my favorite rock singers of all time. I was fortunate enough to see them live many times. I had never seen Linkin Park live. Where did you see Linkin Park? Was this in Italy?
In Italy, in Milan. It's a place like Ippodromo. I think it was 5 years ago. I don't know, with the other the opening is the other band, not Panic at the Disco. The other one, I don't remember the name now. Okay, it was cool, but the sound is too low. Because of the low in Italy. Okay, it has to stay very, very soft. So when I try to sing, my voice is upper than the singer. It's strange. Sometimes when I go to the concert and to the show, and near some home or they have to respect some the sound is
some policies.
Like the acoustics of the stadium, basically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we got a lot of restrictions here in Italy about the volume and the sound pressures and something.
Yeah, but by the way, when it comes to English, both of you speak great.
Oh wow, thanks.
We try to.
I don't think so, but
No, you
but thank
do,
you for the point.
and I know they do offer it in Italy, English classes. But I know Italians for the most part they don't speak too well of English, but you guys speak very well.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh wow, cool, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Carlo, do you find it easier to speak or sing in English?
Yeah, I prefer to sing in English. I don't like the Italian music. I don't like. For me, it's for the most um, shit. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. Okay, because it's a
Sure.
different music, different emotion. In the spirit in Italy is very strange. We have two masterpieces in the radio. It's trap music and in the music, always in Italian.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's not my cup of tea. I start to
Sure.
listen music when I was young, and my first band is Queen, and after is Red Hot Chili Pepper, and I don't usually listen Italian music.
Got it. And how about you, Francesco? Some of your
Yeah.
early influences, and when did you start playing the guitar?
Oh gosh, I started playing guitars. I remember when I was 8. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I was very younger, and then my main influences. But Carlo told you right now, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love it. And
Like
then
John Frusciante, the John
yeah,
Frusciante
yeah,
years.
John
Yeah.
Frusciante is one of my main reference. But I'm too happy about this because John Frusciante rejoined the band so just a few months ago. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm happy about that too.
Rejoin the
yeah,
band to
it
stay
was
at
a gift
home.
for me. I know. Yeah. No, some other main influences, but I love the Darkness.
Yeah.
Both of the guitars are great for me. I love the big riff sounding, the Marshall sound. I know.
Yeah.
But I listen a lot of metal, even, and so like new metalcore, modern metal, like Architects While She Sleeps and something. I try to open my mind more than I really tried, but with some genres, so like electronic music, rock music, metal music. So I try to listen everything. So I take inspire from everything.
You have to.
This is my answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So like I try to be a producer. So this is my passion, and I try to fit it.
Nice. Did you do any production work for your band, for the Blacklava?
Yeah, I actually I did all the production for the Blacklava. Yeah, since when this project was born. Yeah, starting
That's
from
great.
2015. Yes, because as I told you, Carlo, before, the project was born in 2014, and the next year they released the first single. Yeah, it was really funny because at this time I didn't have a proper studio.
I remember.
Yeah, and I remember that we were in my room at my home. So with my mother, that sometimes opened the door and yelling to turn down the volume because we were too up. So it was really funny. Yeah,
That's funny. But at least I'm sure you guys had some good home cooking though after the song.
yeah. Yeah. We cooked a lot actually. So in Italy, Italy is good for food too. Just in this moment, Carlo is doing the pizza.
Yeah.
I know
Wow.
because I called you in FaceTime just 5 minutes before the call, and then it was with the hand and in the floor.
That's great. Now, how are we making the pizza in Italy these days? Is it thinner crust, a thicker crust? What toppings do we use?
Yeah, I just use some robots that that combine all the ingredients in automatic mode. I guess
it's better manually.
Yeah, I know, but
it is. Well,
I'm too
the
slow.
pizza in Europe tastes the pizza in Europe tastes so different. I think it's the cheese. What kind of cheese do you guys use on it? Is it a mozzarella still? Or?
Mozzarella, yeah.
Yeah,
I try to
Yeah, yeah.
combine mozzarella and gorgonzola. My favorite
Nice.
is mozzarella, gorgonzola, obviously tomato, and pepperoni. And I don't know the word in English. Radicchio. It's a vegetable. It's a little bit.
Okay, it's a kind of herb
Yeah,
that put it
It's an
on
herb,
the
okay.
it's
pizza.
purple.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I'll be over in 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. What time is it in your location?
We're 7 hours behind you guys.
Oh
So right
gosh.
now
Okay.
this is yeah. So we're 11:30 in the morning.
Okay.
May 1st for those of you listening in the future.
Oh, okay. We are close to the dinner actually, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this story is proof that rock and roll is the universal language. And let me explain, because I was actually waiting and wanting to have a band from Italy come on the show to discuss how things have been within the country, talk a little bit about the coronavirus you guys have been faced with and we've been faced with. The problem I found was many rock bands, in Italy, they don't exist, or they're just not established enough to discuss with. And I know Europe historically has had many great rock bands and metal bands, but for whatever reason in Italy, I don't feel like there's been many bands that have successfly crossed over into the
very
States.
difficult. As I told you before, Italy is very strange. Italy has a root. It's very Italian. It's a melodic way. So the standard, it's like Laura Pausini. Do you know who she is? Laura Pausini.
No.
It's
No, maybe if I hear her, I'll know.
melodic singer, and it's very popular in Spain or South America. Okay, they do Italian song and the same one in Spanish. Okay, it's a pattern. Italian singer, they do in Italian and Spanish. This is the masterpiece of Italian. Then underneath you have trap music, and underneath it's independent music, but it's like slightly pop. Okay, so rock music, it's not very popular in Italy. I think 15 years ago, me and Francesco know each other because we play another band. I have a band. It's post-hardcore, like Comeback Kid and The Warriors, something like that. And Francesco have another band. It's Screamo band, and this period is very good period in Italy, because there were a lot of shows in Italy. Some big bands go to Italy in every festival, and I think it's 15 years. Okay, and then in 2008, 2009, stop.
Yeah, 2009, I remember. And then I guess there was a really drop of the music in that period, after that period, because I think it was easier playing in some venues or in our town or in other town, and even on going out of our country. Now it's more and more difficult. But I'm talking even after or previous the coronavirus. I mean, so yeah, it's a quite difficult in this time. I guess.
I love Rival songs. It's, for me, it's the best band in this period. And when I see the tour of the Rival song, I see, okay, 10 venues in Germany, 10 in UK, 1 in Italy, or nothing.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's very strange, and it's not stimulate to create.
Yeah, and they're a great band. I agree. I think their album last year, so Pharaoh Roots, It might be. I think it might be the best rock album.
Yes, the
of
song
year.
"Too Bad" is very, very, very emotional. It's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so this is what's funny. This is what happened to me. So we're talking about rock music. We're talking about how I wanted a band to come on from Italy and I couldn't find them. And this happened this week. I was listening to Spotify. I was doing some work. And, like if you're listening to something, I wasn't listening to anything in particular. Then it just started playing random songs. And it was very old school where like the days when you used to listen to radio and a song would come on that you never heard before. And you'd be like, oh, what's that? Well, that happened to me. And it was your song, Woman, came on. Yeah, it came on. And I ran over to my phone and I screenshotted it so I can go look it up later. I'm like, this sounds great. And lo and behold, I looked it up. I'm like, wow, these guys are from Italy. And I'm like, I have to reach out to them. It's so cool. How about that for like organic discovery, real discovery in 2020?
It's a good story. I think the social media or like Instagram or Spotify, they can't help the bands. And sometimes randomly, I see. I heard a story like yours or like the when we signed with Frozen Art Music. Sometimes it's happened.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the song. What's the story behind the song?
Okay.
Okay. So I just I'll tell you just a short story. This was the first song that we create together as a band. So this is my first song of Blacklava.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I was joined, I guess, 5 days before start to write a Woman, and Carlo came in studio with oh guys, I have this lyric and I got this riff, so we start to playing together, and Woman came up so suddenly. So this is my story about this one. So
the lyrics
Carlo
came after. Because the pattern of the writing is I came to the studio with the other guys with the main riff, and Francesco tried to makes the riff better, okay, because I'm not the real guitarist, okay.
Yeah.
I came up with the idea, okay.
Oh, you play very well. Don't worry.
Sure. Kind of. Very simple. Okay. And after that, I try to write the melodic the melody. Okay, with the voice, with random words. Okay. And after that, I try to write the real lyrics, and it fit with the English sound. Because when I try to write in Italian, it's a different pattern, and I have to retype my mind to write in English because it's very different. Yeah,
sure. The cadence is different.
You use a slang. Yeah.
I heard a lot of band in Italy that when you hear it, okay, you sing in English, but your pattern is in Italian. And for me, it's not fit.
Yeah. So you guys worked on this song. So then in 2018, but it just came out. So you just kind of had it in the back burner, and then now you just tweaked it and wrote the lyrics to it. It's a very cool song. It's got a lot of edge to it, but you guys have also been performing it acoustically, right?
Yeah.
In your home, did you want to do a little acoustic version for us? Well, you guys are doing two first. You're the first international show.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And now you're gonna be the first live show. It's great.
Yeah. Carlo, it's up to you.
And I think for the sake, because we have 3 cell phones going on, we're just gonna have Carlo then play and sing, so we don't, in case there's any lag on the guitar from the second line.
I sing and I play guitar in the same time. I think it's difficult to sing here and Francesco play the guitar in another place. But we can try. Maybe we can try another time.
Some latency.
Okay. Yeah. Another time when we have microphones, so the audience knows there are no microphones right now. We're going straight off of cell phone. And whenever you're ready,
perfect.
the stage is yours, Carlo.
Okay, this is Woman. Woman, wanna give you my love, cause I got you so bad. Wanna give you my love. Woman, I need you, your love. Gonna watch you my back. I need you so bad. Woman, showed you my secret. You move your body, cause you walk on fire. I wish you could remove your heart and my mouth from me. You think you know me, but I have to say this is no fucking game. Come on out, hey, hey, I need you so bad. Hey, I need you so bad. Woman, showed you before. There's no escape, I wanna lose it all. Sometimes I feel like between myself. I'm buried deep inside of you, and you know you want to do. Hey, hey, I need you so bad. Hey, hey, I need you so bad. All your friends are dead. I don't care if you cry. All your days are gone. Time is running now. Come on out, hey, hey, I need you so bad, hey, hey, I need you so bad. Right? Thank you.
Yeah, that was
Bravo!
great.
Bravo,
Bravo!
Bravo. Bravissimo. That was
Thank you.
awesome. Yeah, and you guys have
Yep,
a nice music video for that
we
too, right?
recorded in 2 parts, and one in November and one before the lockdown. I think it's the end of the February, or I think the half of the February.
I remember less than
Yeah,
2 weeks before the lockdown.
So we have time to
Nice.
mix it and do the color and some details.
Now there's a video for that. There's a video for I'm Gonna Leave You. There's a video for Drunk Like Joe Cocker, Devil Inside of Me. And they're all pretty fun. What's the production like? Are you guys writing and filming your own videos?
I think almost the video.
Yeah, everything is.
Sorry, Francesco. Okay.
Prego, scusa.
I like the visual part, and I try to do the video to myself, and I think only 4 videos are I don't know the word, and they are filming with my friend. Okay. I think Drunk Like Joe Cocker and I'm Gonna Leave You and Zombie. Okay. It's my video. Okay, I try to do the creative part, and when I'm not filming it, I try to write the story or some other parts. It's very fun for me.
And what's the plan next? Do you guys have
I don't
plans to
know.
tour at all?
But
You
not
know,
at the moment because
obviously when
Yeah.
things clear
When
up,
things
obviously, but let's
getting better, I think we try to understand what we can do with our music.
Yeah, we'd like
Yeah.
to do a tour after this period, this bad period. But at the moment, we are trying to figure it out how we can
Yeah.
create music, even with the distance. So Carl and I are trying to play in our guitars by our homes, and then let's try to do some songs
Yeah.
in these days.
yeah, work on new material.
Yeah.
And you guys have released a series of singles. Is that the format you want moving forward, or would you like to create more songs
I
and maybe
think
come out with
both
another album?
of the ideas. I think we are now. Me and Francesco are trying to write another song for this period. It's called My Quarantine, and
Yep.
we want to do.
Yeah, it's a bit
It's a little
different,
bit
this one.
different, a little bit emotional, different sound, maybe more pop sound. Okay, but it's very nostalgic, and we want to do the video. Where the idea with the video is we try to send the lyrics to our friends and around the world, and maybe if you want to do it, we have to film it in your home and do the playback, okay, or write the lyrics in the paper, okay, and so we can enter in our fun home, and I think it's a perfect song for this period. After this period, I don't know. I think we want to write an album. We are created and we are forced to do it. I enjoy to do it, but I don't know. In this period, I want to do fun things, and because if you want to, if you see our Instagram, we posted something funny, but I want to do in the other way. I want to do emotional. I want to tell my story and the other story.
Yeah, keep it honest. You know.
Yeah.
Get all your feelings
across.
Yeah.
I don't want to do one single genre or one single emotion. Some bands do this kind of things, but I prefer to explain my emotion and 360 degree. Okay.
Yeah, well, I wish you guys the best of luck.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming on and doing a little interview, and I hope we can do more down the road.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Maybe with some of the more songs that come out. In the meantime, I do like to make a playlist with my guests where we can talk about some of the songs. Have a theme, and I think it'd be appropriate if you guys gave me some of the songs. Maybe we'll go through 5 songs of artists that influenced you guys or inspired your sound. And then you did said I got a list of so you have Diego, who's on drums, and he's not with us today. And then we have Mark, who's on bass, and he's not with us today. They're working in the hospital, doing much more important things. So I do have their list. And then I obviously don't know who inspired and influenced you guys. So I made a list of 5 songs of after hearing some of your music, who it kind of reminded me by, or bands that I was kind of like, hey, this sounds a little bit like this, in a good way, So we'll make a nice little playlist. Are you guys open for that?
Of course.
So I'm going to start off. Song number 1 is going to be the Blacklava song, "Woman," that we just heard, but it's going to be the plugged-in electric version.
Cool.
All right, Carlo, you can go next. Hi, this is Dimitri interjecting here. When we were playing back the next portion of the podcast, we did notice there was some glitch taking place with the app we were using. So some of the audio during the playlist portion is kind of overlapping and there's some weird delays taking place. So just bear with a little technical difficulties. Other than that, it's pretty fun if you can deal with it. The guys do have some fun stories to tell. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
I can try a short one. Maybe Queen of the Stone Age in my head.
Yeah.
We used to play it
Yeah.
just
The last year.
last
Yeah.
year. Yeah, I mean maybe some of the Royal Blood
Yeah.
stuff.
Out of the Black or Figure It Out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
figure out good songs. Okay, and then okay, and then we have so Mark, your bass player, had
Yeah.
Dinosaur Jr. Feel the Pain.
Mark.
Great song.
Yeah.
Diego had Turbo Negro. Love that band. Rock and Roll Machine. That's a great song too. And then how about you, Fra?
But I really love a lot of music, as I told you before. But maybe Immigrant Song
Yeah.
from Led Zeppelin. Yeah, we took some inspiration just from this song to Red
Yeah.
Woman, actually. Yeah, I remember we talk a lot about this.
Yeah, I like to reply the 70s,
Nice.
but it's a new way of 70s. Not like Greta Van Fleet, because I think it's too pop for me. Greta Van Fleet. Maybe you like it. I like you.
Yeah, it's kind of rockish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different version of it,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Inspired by that 70s sound. Yep. I heard, so there was a band, I don't know if you guys remember, around the turn of the century, early 2000s, they had a few hits. There was a band from Australia called The Vines. Yeah, and I kind of got a little reminiscent of that sound when I was listening to you guys. So there's a song called Out of the Way off their debut album.
Okay.
I'll add that
never
to the
heard
list
it
as well.
Oh, I don't know them,
maybe
actually.
I know it, but I don't remember the title.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll know it when you hear it.
Oh, cool.
And
I think
Carlo,
Show Me How to Live. For me, it's perfect for me.
Show Me How. Great song.
I have a bad memory of the Audioslave. I saw them in, I think, 2001, 2002 in Italy. And Chris Cornell is not the best performer in the situation. He tried to sing "Kill in the Name of," and it's very bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I last saw them they played this little theater called the Riviera Theater in Chicago. And I had seen them many times, but this one show was so good. And this was, it was kind of like the reunion tour when they got back around, maybe 7 years ago. And they played 26 or 27 songs at this little club. At this stage, they could have sold out a big arena, but because it was the start of the tour, they made it a point to play little clubs or little theaters, and they played 26 or 27 songs. It was such an amazing performance that I had the opportunity to go see them a year or two later. They were opening up for 9 Inch Nails at a bigger arena. And I didn't go. And I didn't go because I said, I had such a good memory of the last show that it was so on point that, I passed, and I'm kind of glad I did in hindsight, because I had seen them so many times, and now that's my last show of them.
Very good decision.
There couldn't be a better show.
You see, when you see the best show, maybe you see another show, it's the worst, and I think it was a good idea.
Yeah, it was. But for the record, they never had, in my experience when I saw them, I never saw a bad show. I just didn't like the theater, the arena they were playing at. I thought the sound might not be right.
I see the show. I think I thought the same, but I see the bad show and the bad arena. It's different. I think the last show I saw is the Massive Attack last year in Rome, and the arena was very, very bad. The acoustic was the worst I ever seen. Only the drums. I see only the drum.
Wow.
I didn't hear the voice. For me, it's the worst show ever. Massive Attack.
Well, and what band was that for?
Street pop music. It's
Massive Attack. Okay, I haven't heard of them.
21 anniversary of Mezzanine. It's the it's very good album.
All right, I'll check it out. All right, so we'll continue through the list. Then your bass player, Mark, he put on Alter Bridge. I think it's
cool.
off their debut album, Open Your Eyes. Okay. Yeah, and then Diego on drums, he put a newer band,
Super
21
cool.
Pilots, Lane By.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. And Fry, you're up, buddy.
I guess the score and the name of the song is Legend. I really like the sound of this band. I found this by watching a movie on Netflix, and I hear the soundtrack and it blew my mind totally. And I'd like to take some inspiration from it for the new songs, maybe.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, they're a two-piece, I believe. They're a rock duo.
Yeah, you know it. Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Ugly Suspect.
we have Carlo. You're back up
with the song Lydia. And Ugly Suspect. I think I found them 4 years ago. It's a very cool band. I think this last album, it's a little bit of electronic, a little bit of singer egocentric way, because they.
Yeah, they're a little bit more
it's a little
alternative
bit of
and rock.
It's a bit of
mixed,
electronic, less rock and roll. The last album, and instead the first album with the song Lydia, it's very, very cool. The voice, a little bit rusty. Nice song.
Okay, now I'm going to go next with one of my favorite songs by the band Queens of the Stone Age. And I like a lot of their music, but the one that kind of stuck out for me was Monsters in the Parasol. And then the bass player Mark had, we'll go some Cornell with Soundgarden and Burden in My Head. And then Diego on drums. Ooh, another great band, Eagles of Death Metal. I Want You So Hard.
Yeah. Very simple.
I love that song. Love that album.
The sound, it's simple but funny and catchy. Yeah.
Okay, and then Fra, you're up.
I'm running with the Blackstone Cherry, Bad Habit. This is from the latest album, I guess. Yeah, I really like the riff and the melodic part of the voice. So it's a strange,
yeah, very talented band.
Yeah.
Same one, Blackstone Cherry, Me and Mary Jane.
And Carlo, you're up.
I like the beginning, Me and Mary
cool.
Jane.
Nice.
It's a very, very cool one.
There you go. I'm going to pick another band from early 2000s. Do you guys remember they're still around, I believe, the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club? Yeah,
very cool.
Whatever Happened to My Rock and Roll? And then Mark is reaching back into some more 90s here. We got Pearl Jam, Spin the Black Circle.
The last album, I don't know. I think I prefer 10.
Yeah. And then Diego has Queens of the Stone Age, In My Head. Yeah, back to 10. 10 is one of my favorite albums of all time. I love that album. Okay, and then we got the Queens of the Stone Age, and then Francesco.
Let me think. Maybe Steel Panther. That to all but metal.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, this is my favorite one from the band. Yeah, it's too funny, and they got a heavy metal riff. So
they're such a fun band. I used to see them. So they were before they were Steel Panther. They were this band called Metal Shop.
I didn't know it.
And they used to play the Viper Room in Los Angeles, right on Sunset Strip. They used to play there every Monday night.
Oh wow!
And I would go all the time. This is early 2000s, and I would go all the time. And nobody knew about them outside of California, but they had such a very big popular following, and celebrities would be there. They'd have guest musicians come on stage with them and sing. It was great. And maybe about 3 or 4 years later, they turned into Steel Panther. But for that 2 or 3 year period, they were metal shopping. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and they did only covers back then, but they were killing it.
Okay, Rival Sons,
All right, so we got
Electric
Steel
Man.
Panther, and then Carlo, you're up.
Yeah, it's an old one, but like
nice.
I think almost every song of Rival Songs. I think it's perfect. I saw them 3 years ago in Italy. It's a very good show. The singer is perfect, really perfect live. No words.
Awesome. Now, when you have to go see a band like Rival Sons, where's the closest venue? How far is the travel there?
Ooh, okay.
Like, how far do you have to travel to see a concert like that?
I think I go to I went to see a lot of concert in the past, and I go to abroad. I go abroad in Holland, UK, Belgium, and everywhere in Europe. Okay, if I like the band, I go everywhere. Yeah, I like to travel. Because I want to see the place, so I see and see a concert. So when I went to New York in 2008, I saw the Darkest Hour. It's hard metalcore band, and it's a little bit club. It's very, 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 very unique. So I like to join the two experience: the travel and the concert. No.
Have you guys ever performed in America?
No, never. But we hope so that it happen the next times.
Sure.
It's a very cool city.
And Carlo, what did you think of New York?
So New York in 2008 and 2017. I think it's the best city in the world, and I think that in 2017 it's better than 2008.
Yeah, New York's a fun city.
The spirit is strange because in March with my girlfriend and two friends, we plan to go in Japan, but we have to stop. We had to stop the travel because of the coronavirus. Yeah, and so I have to. No, it's the first time.
Have you been to Japan before?
Planned this travel. I think in 1 year. Okay, so I want to see this and that. In Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka, and I have to reschedule. Yeah, next time.
Yeah, you'll reschedule. It'll happen. What? Let me ask you. Back to New York, did you have any Italian food there? What were your thoughts on it?
I try another dish. Okay, another country dish. When I went to New York, it's my better place. It's a Hell's Kitchen. You can try every food in the world. It's very, very unique. But I didn't try the Italian dish. I don't want to.
You were scared about the Italian food in a
when I saw the pasta with the ketchup, for me.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, okay. I like the pineapple on the pizza.
I want to try Thai. No ketchup. The pasta.
Yeah. They actually had ketchup?
No.
No, I know.
Yeah. I thought you said you saw it in New York with ketchup.
And try it. Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, no. Well, I'll tell you what. If you guys ever come to Chicago, I'll take you to a couple good Italian restaurants. Hopefully, they'll be half as good as Italy, right?
And review it.
Okay, so now we have. So you did the Rival Sons. Mark had given us the bass player again. Foo Fighters, My Hero. And then Diego gave us
bands.
Alice in Chains, Man in the Box, two great
Yeah,
bands.
yeah, 5 each.
And then I think that was it, 5 each, right?
Yeah, cool.
I
Yeah.
I got to add my
Very cool
fifth. My
band.
fifth is going to be Them Crooked Vultures. You know, yeah, great band. And the song New Thing. And then I'm going to add a sixth. I'm going to do your other new song. So I think it's the devil. Is it the devil in me?
Okay.
Oh,
Devil inside me. Yeah, great song.
yeah,
And I like
thank
that
you very
video
much.
too. It's nothing but the stereo. But it's very
Recorded
good.
Cool.
in parents' house. Okay, my girlfriend parents' house. Okay, and I tried to set up everything. It's one my old camera, and now I have another camera. It's more expensive with more quality, and I try to do other videos.
Yeah, it's more professional.
Yeah, keep them coming. So now, where can people find your music and your videos? Please let us know. Where can we find the Blacklava?
Okay, you can find us everything everywhere, I guess, but on Facebook by searching the Blacklava, or Instagram, and Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Deezer, and all the stuff about music, I guess.
And it's Blacklava is one word. So it's the Blacklava.
Space Blacklava.
Yeah,
it's one word.
Not all the video are on our YouTube channel, and I think the last one is another. It's uploaded in another YouTube channel. It's called Space and Travel, because I think it requires a lot of energy to grow our fan base in every social network. YouTube, it's very strange. In the past, it was most useful, and now if you have a fan base, you can grow. If you don't have it, you have to improve and spend more energy. We prefer to spend energy in Instagram and Facebook, and try to use our big channel to spread our music.
Yeah, it's smart. I noticed that the new video was not on the channel, so that makes more sense. You go somewhere where they have more. It's
most real views,
and it'll get more views ultimately.
Because sometimes you have to spend more money to try to spread your video. Okay, you try to use Google AdWords and use another thing. You spend a lot of money, and I don't want to spend.
I guess it's more difficult now. Yeah, because.
By the way, how did you guys come up with the artwork for that single? I love that little, the red border and the girl on there superimposed.
Artwork with as black as my art.
Yeah, maybe a woman. Okay. I guess.
So, for woman.
Okay, Diego cares about the most of our graphics.
The drummer.
So Diego is a graphic designer. Yeah, a drummer. And then cares about the graphics and drawing something and this kind of stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's great. It fits the song.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll tell him.
Well, guys, wishing you the best of luck, much health and safety in this trying time. Thank you. I believe the Italians during the current pandemic, you guys coined a phrase.
Bravo.
Distanti ma uniti.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. Distant but united.
You too, Dimitri, right? And stay healthy. And I hope
thank you.
And soon.
Stay safety.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again for coming on the Burn Music Show. Next time we'll have the whole band.
Let's hope so. Yeah.
Maybe the other members they don't speak very well in English.
All right. Thank you.
Me and Francesco speak a little bit better. Okay, we try to just a little bit, but Diego
just a little bit
speak English, and we have some fun story in abroad and very funny. Try to speak French, English, Italian. It works.
That's hilarious.
The mix French, Italian.
Where was that?
No, maybe the story.
You want to hear the story?
Sure.
No.
I don't want your pizza to burn.
Okay. We were in France. We have to and the line in the edge of the Italian and in French. Okay. Me and Mark and the other guitarists were sleeping in the back of the van, and we stop on the, I don't know the words in English, when you have the ticket and you have to pay, and when you are on the road. Yeah. Okay. In the highway. Okay.
Yeah.
In the highway.
It stopped and it didn't find the ticket. Okay. So the person speak to Diego in French. Okay. And he replied in Italian, French, English. It's very funny. It's the phrase is pour les tickets. For the ticket. It's for in English. Les French ticket. It's a little bit French. It's very funny. It's, after 10
I guess
minutes,
it means you're welcome.
And the officer didn't understand, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
You're welcome. Thanks you.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again.
Thank you to Dimitri.
You too. Bye, Dimitri.
All right. And
Yeah, you
best
too.
of luck.
Thanks.
Bye.
It was really funny.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye, guys. Take care. Yep. Thank you. Bye. Okay, bye. And that's a wrap on episode 7 of the Burn Music Show. Please follow us, Burn Music Show, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you're digging what you're hearing, please subscribe to Burn Music Show wherever podcasts are played. Thank you so much for tuning in, and keep on rocking.